So we're going to look totally toward the future.
Here we go.
Where at this point, we know about your having the type 1 diabetes. We know about your obvious recent health scares. We're glad to see you doing very well, it seems. But how are you actually holding up after having a brain hemorrhage, and how's your surgery turned out? You look great.
Thank you. You know, here's the way I feel. I feel, like I said, I feel good at where I'm at in my life. I'm about 90% of where I know I need to recover to, and I still have a few things I got to deal with, and I'm working on those. And you know, there's some physical things and some absolute, a few mental things that you have to, you know, things with the brain that need to still get brought back around. But I am so thankful to be here, and I say this, it wasn't my time to go. You know what I mean? I say grace of God, and great medical attention, and good family. And you know, for whatever reason, I've been very fortunate, because the subarachnoid hemorrhage I had is a pretty deadly hemorrhage, and it's a very scary hemorrhage to have, and a lot of people don't turn out very fortunate from it. No. So I'm glad to be here, and I got to just recently do Extreme Home Makeover, you know, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and I got to help out the Gibbs family, and I got to help out. Started here in Florida, and I didn't take my vacation. We went up there, and I spent the whole week building their house out with them, and building them some great stuff. But she had suffered the same type of brain hemorrhage that I suffered from, and went mostly, or I won't say partially blind. She's blind and really a fighter.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm glad to be here, and I'm feeling real good.
Well, it's great that you were able to live through it, experience that. Obviously, it's made you a better person, which I don't know how that could have been possible, but it did. But now you're giving back a lot, actually. And I'm just curious, at this point, you're doing this wonderful benefit tonight. I understand your aunt has Down syndrome.
Yeah, she has special needs.
Okay,
Yes.
And obviously, you've always championed the cause for diabetes, which is fantastic. We now have the health and, let me get this right, you're doing a lot with St. Joseph's Hospital.
Yeah, I did St. Joseph's Barrows. What I did is they're the ones who saved my life. And while I was there, it's funny the things that happen to you emotionally late at night when it's 4 a.m. and you're listening to someone in a trauma. They're bringing someone in that's probably not going to survive, and you're watching families and how they're affected. Not just the patients, but families change on a dime. A guy that got hit, that was on his motorcycle and got hit, was brought in. You know what I mean? And he is going to be quadriplegic. You know, his life changed on a dime. And you're looking at this, but their family's life changes on a dime. And I thought, what a great thing to be able to donate and dedicate a room for the dignity. They can go in, it's this beautiful music room. They can, if they're going to be there and they're going to go through this, it's for the patients, but it's mostly for the patients, the families, the families of the victims, the families of the patients, their kids. I built a great kids area for them. And, you know, and I think that it's one of those things in life where I've always done a lot of philanthropy. I've always tried to do a lot of great things. But after winning Apprentice and after everything I've recently been through, I think the awareness, it's amazing. Donald Trump said awareness is as important as the money you raise. In other words, it was great. His statement is making people aware helps to make more people go, I never thought of it like that. And then they're willing to help out the victims and families and what people are going through. So tonight, I got to do this last year with Kim Kardashian, and it was great. And it was an amazing night, and we raised great money, and we get to do it again this year, and I get to do it with Poison. It's awesome.
Well, good. Well, with your philanthropy, do you see that being something that you're going to be leaning more toward down the road? Because obviously we're all getting older.
Yes.
Not to say you're old, I'm not older,
listen.
But we're not young anymore,
Can
right?
I say this about when someone says to me this, and I will boldly answer this. When someone says, how's it feel to be getting older, being an aging rocker? And I said, it's much better than the alternative.
Absolutely.
Think about it. My alternative is I'm a dead rocker, so there's no real, you're either aging or dead. There's no, and I got to make this year Revolver's 100 Greatest Living Rock Stars. And I said, thank you, because the other one was 100 Greatest Dead Rock Stars. And I'm happy I'm on the living side of that.
So are we going to see you, not to make too much of a light of this, but Chubby Checker is actually, and I'm sure you've heard of Chubby Checker before,
course,
I mean, the legend himself. I think it's funny that he's actually playing here in the area, and he is actually being sponsored by a funeral home. Do you intend to perform that long that you have those kinds of sponsors? Are you going to be the next American Idol judge? Where do you go from here?
Here's the thing. As being able to be, and I say this again, hopefully, first of all, for Chubby Checker, I hope I can have that long of a career.
Good.
So let's, the fact that he's sponsored by a funeral home is awesome.
He's sponsored.
No, that's great. Now, for me, I say this, the fact that I've got to start doing reality TV, on top of a music career, a solo career, Poison career, Nashville Star, Rock of Love, Celebrity Apprentice, Life as I Know It, and now we do 2 new shows, Something to Believe In, and the other show is called Stars Reborn. And it's 2 new shows coming for me in the new year. And all the other great ones I got to be on. I get to be on The Doctors on Monday. I mean, who knew? But I would, right now we've got PetSmart. I've got Dr. Pepper Snapple with their second highest selling diet drink right now, and Ford, and I've been sponsored by some great people. And if I have a long enough career, I'll be sponsored eventually. Same as Chubby Checker. You know what I mean? I love Orlando. I like Florida. Everyone knows my passion for Florida. I have many good times down. All good?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for doing this.
We wish you love, life, happiness, health, and success. So.
I appreciate it. Thanks for a great interview.
Come back again, please.
You got it. Hi, I'm Bret Michaels of Poison and the Bret Michaels Band, and you are what's happening in Orlando. Rock on.